quarter, 26 seconds left. It's second goal on the 1. You're down by 4. Are you going to run the football or are you going to throw it?
Is beast mode in the backfield?
I know that's a sore subject for a lot of people, but we'll say pass.
Who's in charge of nicknames now? We went from the GOAT to Drake, May.
I just call him Drake. I don't know who is in charge of the nicknames. I got plenty of nicknames for guys, but I feel like I just call him Drake. He answers to that.
A masshole? I think it'd be an honor to be go back home and have that tag of a masshole.
I will not do a bird impression for you. I'm so sorry.
Sam Darnold, his phone case looks like a cat has just shredded this thing apart.
Is Cardi getting her ring?
It's on the agenda, maybe, right? Right? I gotta get mine first though.
Favorite catch? I don't know. It's kind of like picking your favorite kid. I don't know. There's a lot.
Top 3 swimsuit cover? Will Campbell's got to be on there. Will Campbell's my number 1 answer.
Besides myself, no, I'm just kidding.
Got to do Stephon Diggs.
I don't know if I'm being a speedo though. Like,
I'm looking a little homeless. I need you to figure out what's going on with the sides, trim this up, leave a little cabbage on top, and then the cabbage cut. That's good. We'll go with the cabbage cut.
Bad Bunny?
I like Bad Bunny because everybody's been talking about him.
This is great. No, I'll wear it later. I'll wear it later.
Just put it for 1 second. I made it for you.
Okay. Oh, you made it just for me. You did not make this. How about that? That's perfect. There you go.
Drake, many people consider you to be their hero, but who's your hero?
Who's my hero? My hero. I think my hero would be probably my older brothers. I think my heroes, just living up, growing up with them, having somebody, that's that close to me, kind of live their own lives and me to just learn from them and be the youngest brother and have the opportunity to kind of have something to chase. I was chasing my older brothers. They all had a passion. Was just trying to find a passion for myself that I could kind of, follow them and it happened to be football, and now I'm here.
Thanks, Drake.
You were in Super Bowl 50 as a kid, as a fan. 10 years later, you're playing in the Super Bowl, same stadium, potentially the youngest quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl. What's going through your mind as you get ready to walk onto that?
It's a full circle moment. I think that's the biggest thing. What a moment. Just so thankful for my dad who was able to take me to a Super Bowl. That's, don't take it for granted. Not every kid gets to experience that. And I was watching my favorite team at the time and got a chance to watch, Peyton Manning's last game. What a cool experience that was. And now to be here and playing in, one myself, I don't take it for granted and know, how special this is and just trying to enjoy it. Enjoy it with my teammates, enjoy it with everybody who, helped get me here. And from there, go try to win it. I think that's one of the best parts about it. You can't really explain it. I think that's what makes it cool.
The consistency that you've developed in your game at such an early stage of your career, where does that come from?
I think my teammates, just having, learning them, getting to, go to work with them each and every day, and that's the thing. I think knowing what your teammates are going to do and knowing that, what they expect from me, just having an open relationship with, hey, I want you to do this on this play, or hey, I think I can maybe get more out of you here, and I think it comes with coaching. Coaching, I give a lot of credit to Coach Vrabel and Coach McDaniels and Ashton in the quarterback room, just how they've handled me and approached the game.
You chose to focus on for year number 2? Like after you had a year of experience, what were your focuses on year number 2?
I think after a year under my belt, just of playing quarterback in this league, how special that is, but also how much responsibility comes with that, on and off the field. But really, I think worried about what people in that locker room think and knowing that that's what matters most and knowing that, anything else outside is nothing I need to worry about. So that's the biggest thing for me. And from there, just to try to give our guys some chances to make plays, when I give them the football, and they've done just that and made me look good.
And you and your wife have a beautiful relationship. If you have one message to your wife, what would that be?
Just keep being you. You're the better half of me, and I love you, and just keep being you. And it's such a special moment for me to be able to follow your journey and just keep going. And I know that you do it for something bigger than yourself, and that's what makes you special. She makes something special every day, and I think that's the best part about it. She made some up, it's just the normal O-line gifts. She bakes some good. So other than that, I think she's looking forward to getting out here.
Play in the LA 2028 Olympics.
I would.
Who is your ideal teammate? Like, who would you like to play with?
Yeah, I think playing with Garrett Wilson would be fun. You know, a lot of my Ohio State Buckeyes would be cool. I think Tom Brady, you know, him coming back, maybe that would be awesome.
Extended me in Tennessee. Obviously, I'm here in New England because of him. So as far as my career, I mean, like I said, I'm extremely grateful for everything he's done for me in my career, but then also off the field, he means a lot to me and my family. So absolutely.
Coach Vrabel's the man. He's been the same since day one when we met him. He coaches us hard. He expects a lot out of us. And as he says, he treats us the way we treat the team. I think it's been the coolest thing. He cares about us off the field. He expects a lot of us on the field, but at the same time, he's the same person each and every day, and we love him for it.
Our head coach played the game of football. I don't think I had a head coach that played the game of football. I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but how close he was to the game too, in the position that he played. He was a dog. You know, he kind of instills that if you already don't got it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like our team kind of came with that chip on his shoulder. The guys that he picked to be on his team and how he built it from the ground up. He built it the right way. He made sure that he wanted guys that wanted to win and wanted to protect the team. So for me, I feel like the only difference is, you know, just the coaching for real, for real. I've had great coaches as well. I don't want to, you know, throw rocks behind my hand. I had amazing coaches, but this guy just kind of played the game. He knows the game. He understands how to work hard and work smart. I did have a coach, D'Amico Ryans, but I got hurt. But he played the game. He knows that we're going to grind, but we're going to be smart, and he takes care of us. He takes care of us, but, you know, I'm trying to think of all the reasons that's different, but coaching at the end of the day, just buying into his process.
Yeah, I think, you know, having a really good defense helps a lot. You know, it makes those decisions, you know, on tough downs when you're third and longer or, you know, third and medium and you're kind of in the red zone, maybe on the fringe and you got a big third down and, you know, I might scramble out. It makes making those decisions a lot easier. Like, I never feel like I have to force the football ever. And I feel like that's such a great feeling as a quarterback. There's a lot of security there as a quarterback to be able to play with a great defense and great special teams the way that we have all year.
I mean, it feels great. I mean, once I got here, everything that you know about Seattle is defense. And when you put on those pads and you wear that Seahawks jersey and you're on the defense, you want to mimic and be as close to the Legion of Boom as possible. And in our own right, we're doing our own thing, but having that, stature to live up to it, guys in that locker room, we've lived up to it, and we're just excited about the next opportunity.
Yeah. Listen, there's one Legion of Boom. We know that. I think a lot of those guys are still around and we get a lot of inspiration from. But we're not them. The comparisons, obviously, is a great defense in Seattle. Your mind goes to Legion of Boom. We know who we are. We're different. We carry ourselves way different than those guys, than those legends. Yeah, I think we're just trying to create identity for ourselves.
We just kept hearing comparisons to the Legion of Boom, and we kind of thought that it was time for us to have our own name, pretty much. And we had a few names come thrown at the wall, and I think the dark side stuck because one of Coach Mike's messaging is a play style and a place that nobody wants to play. And in Seattle, it gets dark during the winter times, and we shut some teams out this year with no points on the board. So we have a very suffocating defense, I would say, and I think that's why we came up with the dark side.
Halftime performance that would be your ideal. Who would it be?
I get to choose anyone I want to.
Anyone.
That's I'm actually so that's a good question. I'll have to think about it for a second. I have a few people I really love listening to. I'm a big Noah Khan fan. I think Noah could get some people around him too that can make a pretty cool thing collaboratively come to life. So I'll go with that one.
Yeah, he's very mature. I was with him last year. I think he made a great jump this year, just in his leadership role and things like that. He's commanding the huddle well. He's telling the offense what he needs to see. And yeah, he's doing a great job, and I'm excited for him. I'm proud of him.
When it comes down to preparation, you could definitely tell that he's preparing. It's different from, year one and then also, year two. This is his full season this year, so being able to see that. And then also, he's taking advantage of the opportunities that he gets.
He's definitely found his voice in the locker room, and we go as he goes. Everybody knows what he can do, so as a defense, we just want to get the ball to him and watch him go out there and do what he does. And he's the ultimate competitor. He wants to learn. He comes in, asks why. And he's done that ever since his rookie year last year. And it's definitely paid off and helped. And we love that he's on our side.
I mean, I think he was extremely talented, and we saw all the special abilities last year as a rookie. But I feel like the work and obviously the offense, the scheme, and the system, and just the guys around him, and just him being able to make plays and extend plays with his legs and move the pocket. He does so many things for us at a high level that is special. That is a lot of fun to play with a guy like that. And the way he works in the meeting room, in the locker room, in the weight room, off the field. He's very consistent in who he is and brings it every single day.
It would mean a lot, when it came down to us being in a building with a lot of new faces, and he's the foundation of how it started. And I'm happy for him to, be cancer-free, man. It's a blessing to even have that come about it, and then also have him be a part of the journey and be here as well.
Coaches, one question for both of you, same question. How did you turn things around from a non-playoff year last year, a non-playoff year, 4-win year for the New England Patriots? What was required to get to this moment today, Coach?
Well, it took the whole organization, and it's not just me or John or our players, but the whole staff, all the 12s out there. I think we got aligned. We had a vision about where we wanted to go, and then we stacked days and just abided by the process, trusted each other, loved each other up, and took it day by day, and here we are.
Coach?
I think for us it started with trying to put a program in place, like Mike says, with the people other than the players, that it's the operations, it's the training staff, it's the coaches, it's the personnel. And then when the players came in April, they started to believe in it, they started to see it. We got the right players in the building at the right time. But for me, it was about making a program, creating a program that these guys wanted to be proud of and wanted to protect.
For Sam, everybody, ham for Sam. Come on.
No, you guys are good. You really don't have to do that. That's really nice. Thank you. You don't have to do that. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
I mean, there'd never be another Tom Brady. I'm not into comparisons. I'm excited. I've said this. There's a large part of why I'm here is because of Drake May being the quarterback here and me wanting to coach him and be a part of this organization. So I'm excited for his growth. I'm excited for what he's done, and I'm excited for what he's going to do.
Appreciate his greatness, what he did for, my team that I play for now, what he did for football, what he's done for my position that I play. Just respect for, how he played the game, how he wanted to win so bad, how he, carried his teammates, how he led his teammates, how he approached the sport, and just, pay respect to him and not try to be him, just try to be myself.
Obviously played well in 2024. Was there a tinge of surprise that he was even available for you guys that last offseason?
It's funny when you ask, are you surprised or are you expected about things? It's kind of like that's really not how we operate. Where you're really thinking about what are the decisions we have to make right now that are going to help our team the most. And so, as those things transpired in the offseason, I think to many people it seemed like it happened fast, and it happened over the course of a couple of days. But for us, it was really just a series of decisions we had to make. John deserves a ton of credit for navigating us and guiding us through those times, and we're really, I'll put it this way, we're really excited that he was available, and I felt like it was a great kind of match from when that process started, and I'm really happy that it worked out.
Appreciate it. In and out or Shake Shack? Probably in and out.
Skiing or surfing?
Skiing.
Tupac or Biggie?
Probably Biggie.
Seafood or Mexican?
Mexican.
Lastly, pizza or tacos?
Ooh, that is tough. I'm a big pizza guy, but I love tacos. Probably pizza. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it's I take every experience as its own. No matter what happens, I was really blessed to be able to get drafted to the Jets. Obviously, things didn't work out the way that I wanted to there, and then I went to the Carolina Panthers, where I made a lot of great friends. I learned some really good football as well, just part of my journey, and then went to San Francisco. Was able to be a backup there and for a great player in Brock Purdy, learn under a great coach in Kyle Shanahan, Brian Greasy, the Kubiaks obviously, and then I went to Minnesota, and again I was with some really great coaches, some really great players as well, and I think everything, everything I do, I just take it one day at a time. And I think that's kind of the mantra for myself and what I've been able to do, I guess, over the last couple of years.
What does it take to be a rated rookie?
What does it take to be what?
A rated rookie.
Oh, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of hard work, and smart guys that notice your hard work. Sometimes they don't, but you just got to keep pushing, keep training, and you got to believe in yourself every single day. That's a great question. Thank you.
All the different coaches and mentors you got to be around, anybody or anything specific that you've taken from that time that you've used or that you've leaned on this year with your group in your first year?
From all my different stops, there's a lot of stops, and everybody has a journey to this league, and my journey has included a lot of different places. And again, I've always said this, that thankful to get my start in the NFL with the Pittsburgh Steelers organization, with Bill Cowher, the Rudy family, to be able to come to New England to be a player here with Bill and Mr. Kraft, and even the time I spent in Kansas City, then the opportunities to coach at Ohio State. So you try to learn and try to pay attention and focus and learn each stop along the way. But then again, you have to make it your own style. So there's things each and every week that I'll draw on. They'll draw on things that we did in Tennessee that we liked or that I thought maybe resonated with the players. So constantly trying to draw on things to help us.
How do you feel about coming from a small school like Eastern Washington, representing the Big Sky on the world's biggest stage of football?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's just that it was a stepping stone. It was a one step along this path and along this journey. And so I don't think of it as like it's not like overcoming anything. It's just that was my path to continue playing football in college, and gave me an opportunity to be in front of the NFL people and go out there and make my dream a reality. And so there's really good football players across the nation, D2, D3, all over the place. And so any opportunity to play football, I'm all in on.
Such a big fan of Sam. What a journey. What a career he's had. Just to battle the life of the NFL, and knowing that his first opportunity, obviously he got put in a scenario where they decided to move on, and from there he's made him pay ever since. He's battled of not playing for years and being the backup to getting his chance and just making the most of it.
Drake's a great guy. I was able to spend a little bit of time with him at the Pro Bowl last year, and he's a great guy. And Michael, his wife, is awesome as well. So yeah, they just got a great family over there going right now, and Drake's a great dude. Like I said, was able to hang out with him for a little bit. So he's a great guy, obviously a great football player, and it seems like he's a great leader as well for his team. So can't say enough good things about Drake.
Such a great story. The side of the league that people think that what makes the league so special. It's stories like Sam that just puts his head down, works hard. It's turned to one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and I've gotten to know him a little bit. He's a great dude. He's one of the the best dudes I've met, and he's looking forward to seeing him on Sunday and seeing him do his thing, but also at the same time competing against him.